Assalamu alaikum students, this is mathematics class 9th. We are discussing chapter number 5, factorization. Now we will discuss exercise 5.2. The objective of this lesson is to learn the basic concepts of factorization. We will also practice how to take common, and we will also apply the algebraic formulas. So what basically is factorization? See, you know that 2 into 3 is equals to 6. So 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. You have already practiced it in the previous classes. Now we will also practice the algebraic expressions. We have x square plus 4x plus 3. So the factors are x plus 3 and x plus 1. The two will be multiplied to give you x square plus 4x plus 3. So for factorization, you must keep in mind that you have to take the common first, and then you will check which of the formulas is applicable, the algebraic formulas that you have practiced in chapter number 4. So students, in question number 1 we have x raised to power 4 plus 1 over x raised to power 4 minus 3. So in this exercise you will see two types of questions, having 3 terms and having 2 terms. So this question have 3 terms. So according to the formula, you have a square plus b square minus 2ab. So minus 2ab is incomplete, you have to complete it. So now you have x raised to power 4 plus 1 over x raised to power 4 minus 2 minus 1. You have split it 3 into minus 2 and minus 1. So you can see that I have written the formula x square whole square minus 2 minus 1 over x square whole squared. So now it will complete the formula of a minus b whole squared. So you will be left with minus 1. So I have written x square minus 1 over x square whole square minus 1 whole square. So it is again completing the formula of a square minus b square, which will give you a plus b, a minus b. Now a is equal to x square minus 1 over x square and b is equal to 1. So students, in part number 3 we have a raised to power 4 plus 3 a square b square plus 4 b raised to power 4. So for completing the formula, you have been given a square whole square plus 2 into a square into 2b plus 2b whole square. So now you can see that in the middle we have 4a square b square, but in the given statement we have 3a square b square. So accordingly we will write 4a square b square minus a square b square. So you have added a square b square and you have subtracted the same to keep it equal. Now a raised to power 4 plus 4 into a square b square plus 4 b raised to power 2 will give you the formula a square plus 2b square whole squared. Now you will be left with ab whole square. So it is completing the formula of a square minus b square, which will give you a plus b, a minus b. So accordingly you will replace the terms and get the answer. In part number 4 you have 2 terms. So actually you have 2ab term missing in this question. You will add the term and you will also subtract the same thing. Now you can write 4x raised to power 4 as 2x square whole square, and 81 can be written as 9 square. So you will add 2ab. A is 2x square and b is 9. So you will be writing 36x square, and we will subtract the same, that is minus 36x square. So you have been completed the formula 2x square plus 9 whole square minus 6x whole square. 36 can be written as 6x whole square. Now you have completed the formula of a square minus b square. So it will give you a plus b, a minus b. A is 2x square plus 9 and b is 6x. So you will complete the formula. So students, in part number 6 you have x raised to power 4 plus 4x square plus 16. So according to the formula you have x square whole square and 16 is 4 squared. So the formula completing is 2 into x square into 4, that will give you 8x square. So now in the middle you had 4x square, instead you have written 8x square. So now you will subtract minus 4x square as you have added an additional 4x square. So you will also subtract the same. So I have completed the formula, that is x4 plus 8x square plus 16, that will give you a plus b whole square. It will be x square plus 4 whole square, and you will be left with minus 4x square, which will be minus 2 into x whole squared. So again you can see that it is completing the formula of a square minus b square. You will replace the terms accordingly. A is x square plus 4 and b is 2x. Now in question number 2 we have x square plus 14x plus 48. Now in the middle we have 14x, and in the last we have 48, which is not a perfect square. So now you will apply the second method, that is midterm method. In question number 1 we have applied completing square method. Now in this question we will be applying midterm method. So how can we apply midterm method? You will multiply 48 with the constant of the first term, that is 1. The constant of x square is 1. So 1 is multiplied with 48, which will give you 48. Now you will make the factors of 48 such that by adding or subtracting them you will get plus 14. So 8 into 6 will give you 48, and if we add 8 and 6 we will get 14. So you can write x square plus 8x plus 6x plus 48. Instead of 14x you have written 8x plus 6x. Now in the first two terms you can take x common. X is taken as common, you will be left with x plus 8, and in the second term you have taken 6 as common, you will be left with x plus 8. Now from the both terms you will take x plus 8 common, and we will be left with x plus 6. Part number 3 is based on part number 1. You have x square minus 11x minus 42. Now you can check that the third term is 42, which is not a perfect square, so we will be applying midterm method. So 41 multiplied by 1, the constant of the first term. So 42 multiplied by 1 will give you 42. So you will make the factors of 42 such that by adding or subtracting them you will get minus 11. So minus 14 plus 3 will give you minus 11, and 14 multiplied by 3 will give you 42. So you will take these factors. Now student, keep in mind that if you have been given minus term in the middle, then in the factors should have the greater one should have a negative sign. Here we have 14 and 3, the greater is 14, so it will be having a negative sign with it. So we can get minus 14 plus 3, which will give you minus 11. So now from the first two term you take x common, you will be left with x minus 14, and from 3x minus 42 you have taken 3 common, you will be left with x minus 14. So taking x minus 14 common, you have x plus 3 left. Now in question number 3 you have 4x square plus 12x plus 5. So here we will also apply the midterm method. How can you say that? Because 4x square is a perfect square of 2x whole square, but 5 is not a perfect square. So we will not apply the completing square method as we have applied in question number 1. So we will go with the midterm method as we have done in question number 2. So 4 multiplied by 5 will give you 20. Now make the factors of 20 such that by adding or subtracting them you will get 12. So how can we do that? 10 into 2 will give you 20 and 10 plus 2 will give you 12. So instead of 12 I have written 10x plus 2x. From the first two term take 2x common, you will be left with 2x plus 5, and from the last two terms you will be taking 1 as common, you will be left with 2x plus 5. As we had nothing common, so we have taken 1. So you can write 2x plus 5 as common and you will be left with 2x plus 1. Now in part number 3 we have 24x square minus 65x plus 21. Now again you can see that we don't have a perfect square in the third term. So we will be applying midterm method, that is 24 multiplied by 21. So now you will make the factors such that by adding or subtracting them you will get 65. It is quite similar to the previous part, so you will do it yourself. In part number 5 we have 4x square minus 17xy plus 4y square. Now you can see that by midterm method we have 4 into 4, that is 16. So make the factors of 16 such that by adding or subtracting them you will get 17. So we have minus 17 in the middle, so if we add minus 16 minus 1 it will give you minus 17. So 4x square minus 16xy minus 1xy plus 4y square will give you the given statement. So 4x is taken as common, x minus 4y will be left, and from the last two terms you have taken minus y common, you have x minus 4y. Now x minus 4y is written as common, you will be left with 4x minus y. In the 8th part we have 5x minus 1 over x whole square plus 4 into 5x minus 1 over x plus 4. So the given equation is quite difficult to understand because it is not easy to apply the formula. So we will replace 5x minus 1 over x by y because it is same in both the brackets. So you will be left with y square plus 4y plus 4. So the formula completed is y plus 2 whole square, which will be y plus 2 and y plus 2. Now you will put the value of y, that is 5x minus 1 over x. So you can see that we have easily solved the question, although the statement looked complicated. We have just replaced the terms by y. Similarly, in question number 4 you have been given x square minus 4x, x square minus 4x minus 1 into minus 20. Now you can see that we have a similar term, that is x square minus 4x. You will be replacing it with y. So you will be left with y into y minus 1 minus 20. Now we will multiply it. Y into y will be y square minus y minus 20. So now you will apply the midterm method. So 20 into 1, the constant of the first term. So now you have to make the factors of 20 such that by adding or subtracting them you get minus 1. So minus 5 plus 4 will give you minus 1. So we have taken y common from the first two terms. You will be left with y minus 5, and from the second two terms you have 4 common and you have y minus 5 remaining. So take y minus 5 common, you will be left with y plus 4. Now replace the value of y, that is x square minus 4x. So students, in part number 3 we have x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 4 and x plus 5. These 4 brackets are given to you. So now you have to check which of the following will give you the same terms when multiplied. So if we multiply x plus 2 and x plus 5, you will be getting x square plus 7x plus 10, and x plus 3 multiplied by x plus 4 will give you x square plus 7x plus 12. So now you can see that x square plus 7x is same in both the brackets. So x square plus 7x can be replaced by y. So y plus 10 into y plus 12 minus 15. So you will be left with y square plus 22y plus 120 minus 15. So now by adding 120 and 15, you have x square plus 22y plus 120 minus 15 will be giving you 105. So you have x square plus 15y plus 7y plus 105. Now what you have done is you have applied midterm method. You have multiplied 105 with the constant of the first term, that is 1. So you will be getting 105. You will make the factors of 105 such that by adding or subtracting them you will be getting 22. So 15 and 7 will make up 22. Now take y common from the first two terms. You have y as common and you will be left with y plus 15. And similarly from the last two terms you have 7 as common and you have y plus 15 as common. So now you will be left with y plus 15 into y plus 7. Now replace y with the given value, that is x square plus 7x. You will be getting x square plus 7x plus 15 into x square plus 7x plus 7. So in part number 5 you have x plus 1, x plus 2, x plus 3, x plus 6 minus 3x square. So what are you going to do is you will guess which two brackets multiply will give you the similar terms. So if we multiply the first bracket with the fourth one, that is x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 6, and the middle two brackets with each other, x plus 2 into x plus 3, we will be getting x square plus 7x plus 6, x square plus 5x plus 6. Now you can see that in the first bracket you have x square plus 6 and in the second bracket as well you have x square plus 6. So you can replace x square plus 6 equal to y. So y plus 7x into y plus 5x minus 3x square. Now you will multiply the terms. You have y square plus 5xy plus 7xy plus 35x square minus 3x square. Now you will get, by adding 5 and 7 you have 12xy. So 12xy plus 35 and 3 is subtracted, you will be getting 32x square. Now again midterm method, 32 the factors of 32 such that they will give you 12 when added or subtracted. So we will be getting 8 and 4 as the factors of 32, and by adding 8 and 4 we will be getting 12. So you have written 12 as 8xy plus 4xy. Now take y common, you will be left with y plus 8x, and taking 4x common you will be left with y plus 8x. Now replace the value of y. You can further take the common if it is needed. Question number 5 is quite simple. You have x cube plus 48x minus 12x square minus 64. So you have understood the application of algebraic formulas. Now you can guess the algebraic formula from this statement. We are actually applying the formula for cube, a plus b whole cube or a minus b whole cube. So you will be left with x cube minus 3 into a square into b plus 3 into a b square minus b cube. So you will replace the terms accordingly and we will be completing the formula x minus 4 whole cube. Part number 4 is quite similar to part number 1. You have 8x cube minus 125y cube minus 60x square y plus 150xy square. So it will again complete the formula of a minus b whole cube or a plus b whole cube. You have guessed it by seeing the statement. So you have 2x whole cube minus 3 into a square into b plus 3 into a b square minus b cube. So we have completed the formula of a minus b whole cube. In question number 6, you have been given 125 x cube minus 216 y cube. So from the algebraic formulas you can see that it is completing the formula of a cube minus b cube. A is 5x whole cube and b is 6y whole cube. So it will be giving you a minus b, a square plus ab plus b square. So you will replace the terms. A is 5x and b is 6y. So you will complete the formula according to the given terms. Part number 3 is quite similar to the previous one. So you have 64x cube plus 27y cube. So instead of 64 you can write 4x whole cube, and 27 can be written as 3y whole cube. So now it will complete the formula of a plus b and a square minus ab plus b square. So you have, instead of a you can write 4x, and instead of b you can write 3y. So you have 4x plus 3y into 16x square minus 12xy plus 9y square. So students, I hope that you have understood the lecture well. Now for an assignment you have to solve all the questions that we have discussed in the slides. Also you have to practice exercise 5.2 on load sheets for better understanding. Thank you.